social worker. I knew about the festival through Instagram. I love being in the space physically with people, but also being able to interact with the artworks on the metaverse. I love the space in the metaverse that was created. I think there's this warm, cozy feeling of being in a cave with a crackling fire in the middle where there are artworks around you, and at the same time you are not, just experiencing this by yourself at home. Yeah, with everybody. It's a nice feeling. It's a very interesting one. I don't think I've ever experienced anything like that.
Hi, I'm Roger. So I'm currently at NTU ADM Year 3 Interactive Media and Product Design student. So definitely the metaverse. So it's really immersive, also like fun and innovative way to approach like art. Also like approach like different people in the space where you can like talk to people and also like react to their kind of emoji.
My name is Zi. I'm currently a student from NTU ADM. The most interesting thing is VR experience here, because you really will feel this very realistic experience of this metaverse.
Hello, I'm Hilda Chen from Must Have Keys, and I'm the co-creator of the exhibition. Ignite the Future is the festival theme this year, where we all imagine a future in the metaverse where it will become inseparable of our lives, and we are just at the very beginning of it. And the exhibition is structured as a form of virtual cave. So the virtual cave is also a metaphor of us getting out of the pandemic and the quarantine, where we were forced into our own cave. And we are longing for human connections, and we are happy to be connected by technologies. So the exhibition is a journey from dark to light. So we started from the deepest part of the cave, and we gradually navigate different parts of the caves, where we encounter works by the shortlisted artists of the open call, and then the final journey eventually ends at the final gallery space called Meta Moments, where it showcases the new artworks made by the residency artists, responding to the theme, contemplating the future of the metaverse. And it is also a space where visitors can all go and relax, take a pause, and to imagine the future of the metaverse. So the physical exhibition and the virtual exhibition seems to be two very different formats, but the artworks made this time are all going to be fit into two formats. So when the artists are coming up with the artist concept and the way we structure the exhibition, we are aiming for immersive experience for both. So the collaborative exhibitions, Meta Moments, is a collaboration between artists, curators, and Serial, who constructed the exhibition space for us. So we all work together to realize this concept, and the cave atmosphere provided a framework for us to collaborate, to make new works and to make the setting for it.
안녕하세요. Hi, I'm Seo Hyo-jung from Korea. I feel honored to be here as one of the top art3 artists. On Twitter, I saw open call by chance, so I looked into the Instinc website and I found Xian's name there. Even though we never talked to each other, but I was a fan of her work, so I decided to apply it. And also, they select not only one, but 3 artists for residency, so I thought I could also learn from other artists too. So I decided to apply it, and I thought that is a right decision. As you see in the exhibition in Metaverse, they use the metaphor from the Plato's cave, and they put me in the shadow part, which reflects the reality. So usually I work using the poly noise, which mimics the nature artificially. But for this exhibition, I decided to use the real weather data from the Singapore. This is my first time to visit Singapore and near the equator. So I started to collect, I was interested in the climate things. So I started to gathering the weather data from the web. And I expected I can find some interesting things from the data. But as you know, the Singapore weather doesn't change that much over the years. So I digged into the small changes and small details of the everyday and trying to listen to the rhythm from the Singapore nature. And not only bring those data to change the shapes, but also I tried to bring the movement of nature visually. So I think it worked. My work is about our daily life. So anything near us can be the seed of making art. And I hope my work could show the new angles to people to see their everyday life. And I had a presentation for UOB, and I talked about how I use the Singapore weather data in my work, and they twinkled their eyes with interest. So once you get used to your environment, you don't feel the beauty of it. So I hope after this exhibition, you can enjoy your sparkling every day and find your own seat for your work. The residence was so great, so I could meet very professional and very supportive people in this beautiful place. And I feel I changed a little bit after this residency because I'm kind of working alone with just a laptop. But now I feel I'm very open to the possibility of collaboration and challenging new area where the digital art can go. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chan Wan Kian and I'm from Singapore. I'm one of the artists here for the Instinc Art Fest. I came across the Instinc Art Fest because I just got back from the US after a long stint studying, and I really just wanted to jump back into opportunities in the Singapore art scene. I stumbled upon it on Instagram and I just decided to enter it on a limb, not expecting anything, with works that I already started or explorations I've done from the US and in Singapore as well. I already had this kind of exploration with light and space from way back, like almost 10 years ago. And the idea of Ignite the Future kind of sparked that kind of relationship where I love to connect things that people take for granted and try and hopefully open their eyes to something that they can build greater sensitivity towards, and then in future hopefully build upon that as well. So diving back into this environment, I tried my best to pick up new skills and actually enhance my art practice. So I revisited certain softwares that I didn't know before or didn't know that well before, and I used a lot of more coding and actually took certain walks around familiar and unfamiliar environments, re-exploring them, and in that way collected data and collected different elements of space and actually tried to translate them into something that's more abstract and alien to most people. I hope to show audiences like the connection between kind of technology and art, that technology and art aren't so separate. Hopefully they develop a greater sensitivity to their environment around them, and hopefully take those elements and look at them in a different light. That way they can also learn to grow themselves, and hopefully in doing so I can also grow myself and learn from their feedback and what they think of my works. Moving forward, I really hope to develop a greater network of collaboration, and in the future also continue this exploration of learning new methods, new techniques, new softwares, eventually translate this into a more physical space as well, combining both the physicality and the digital space together.
Hi, I'm Winden Tan and I'm an artist, and I'm really honored to be here as top 3 of Instinc residency. So I follow Instinc on social media, both Instagram and Twitter, and when the open call came out, I was really interested to apply. I've had 15 years of experience in the traditional fine art world, but I'm really quite new to the digital art world, and I thought this residency might be a good chance to meet and learn from other digital artists. I was interested in linking my observations of nature with technology and new media processes. The idea of the metaverse as a cave got me thinking of how one might see the light as one exits the cave. During the residency, I collected and curated over 1,000 images of my paintings that I've made over the last decade. Using AI or artificial intelligence, machine learning tools, I generated an output of new images where the machine is learning how to interpret my painting styles. Yet I wish to still leave room for some ambiguity and not have the machine generate an exact replica of my paintings. So I am actually collaborating with machine because I am interested to discover this intersection or relationship between man and machine, between art and science. Although I am harnessing technology and new media processes in these new works, I would still like to maintain and preserve a sense of the analog, a painterly and emotive feeling to my digital works. The slow-moving, morphing landscapes in my video works also invite for the audience to meditate on the essence of light and the rhythms of nature. Moving forward from this residency, I intend to continue learning more new media techniques and processes. The whole residency experience was also a very positive one. I made new friends. These new friends also taught me that there could be further explorations in my work in terms of new media techniques or processes I could learn. And hopefully we can all again meet and collaborate in the future.